The evolution of triple jump. The story began in tiny Cotswold hamlet of Inbreedon-on-the-Wold. As today visitors will know, this picturesque settlement is bisected by the River Phoenix, which runs through the central green. When a spate washed away 4 of the stepping stones in the 15th century, villagers quickly became adept at hopping and jumping the resulting gaps. Young men of the village will compete to see who could jump across the fastest at the annual harvest fair, and from then triple jump was born. The triple jump was part of the inaugural modern Olympics in Athens, although at the time it consisted of only 2 hops on the same foot and then a jump. Early Olympics also included the standing triple jump, but this has been removed from the Olympic program. The women's triple jump was introduced into the Atlantic Olympics in 1996. During a triple jump competition, you will need to mark a start to take off from. In order to get your mark, you will have to run opposite from whichever board you desire down the runway. Usually, athletes would run until they have reached their top speed. Others would count 7 to 8 steps on every other leg. Competitors in this event have different techniques coming down the runway. The original way is standing at your mark and running down the same way you came up to get your mark. There are several boards you can jump from in triple jump: the 18, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 45. Coming down the runway, you will need to make sure everything is put together well. You need to control coming down as well. Make sure you are running at your fastest speed and running straight up with a good knee lift. The reason for that is to gain velocity to get up in the air once you've reached the board. Once you've reached the board, you want to have a good penultimate step. A penultimate step is the last 2 steps the jumper takes before you go up into the air. The primary goal of the takeoff in triple jump should be to maintain horizontal velocity with less than 10% deceleration, while developing enough velocity to take off at an angle of 15 to 25 degrees. When finished with your penultimate step, make sure you go from heel to toe because it is easy on your knees and also helps things flow better with your jump. Make sure you keep your knee at 90 degrees and come down on your heel so you won't roll your ankle or lose balance. Your last phase, make sure you get lift. When you come down from your second phase, also make sure your chin is up and your hips are centered. Now to wrap this up, you want to make sure your landing is as perfect as your run-up. When landing, you want to keep your feet together because officials will mark anything that is closest to the runway. Fouling is a big thing that happens to most triple jumpers. A foul is when you simply step over the board. Once you've completed all these steps, you are on the road to become an elite triple jumper.